Hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today our topic is AWS Cloud Practitioner exam preparation. In this tutorial I will explain you like the most important topic wise or topics which help you to clear the exam easily, and it will be like a quick summarize for you if you are already prepared for the exam. Let's go through this doc quickly. In this doc, like a question manner, I have noted down the important things which help people to quickly uh, cover the whole topics like that. I'm going through the topic or question wise. Coming to question one, like a business intends to use AWS cloud to host a global marketing application. Users will be able to view videos within the program. The business needs to make sure that the minimal latency for all users to watch these movies. To fulfill this demand, which AWS service should the business use? We generally will come across this type of scenario or situation based questions. In this they will provide us the choose like multiple choice questions or answers. From this we will choose the correct one. Here the correct option for this question is AWS Amazon CloudFront. Why? Because CloudFront is a content delivery network that speed up the delivery of static and dynamic web contents like HTML, JavaScript, etc. So coming to the next question, guys, if you need time, like just pause my video here and read the question again. There is nothing wrong in it. Okay, coming back to question 2, like which AWS well architecture framework pillar describes a system's latency to bounce back from a service or infrastructure interruptions and dynamically acquire computing resources to satisfy demand? In this, generally we will go for reliability, because the reliability pillar focuses on workloads performing their intent functions and how to recover quickly from failure to meet the demands like that. Guys, I provided the necessary explanation suggesting the question also. Just go through it also parallelly. Coming to question 3, like this is easy one. Which of the following describes the advantage of moving the AWS cloud? For example, if we are moving to AWS cloud, in the given options, like which is the best options he asked. And for example, if you ask to choose a two options like from the given options, the highlighted one are the correct one, like operation resilience and business agility. Because like operation resilience is designed highly available for scalable for organizations to improve their operation resilience, etc. And business agility is like migrating to AWS cloud can help organizations to increase their business by allowing them quickly easily to deploy new or more applications quickly like that. Coming to the next question, like a business intends to use AWS serverless computing service to replace its own on-premises compute servers. Following the relocation, the organization hopes to able to immediately benefit from cutting-edge technologies. Then in this scenario, this plan, which plan represents the AWS well architecture framework pillar? Here the option is like correct answer is like performance efficiency. Why? Because the like performance efficiency pillar focuses to the efficient use of computing resources to meet the requirements and how to maintain efficiency as demand changes and technology evolves like this. Coming to the next question, like a big business has several departments. AWS accounts are unique to each department. AWS EC2 or Amazon EC2 reserved instances have been purchased by each department. Other departments require more reserved instances than they bought. While some departments do not utilize all of the reserved instances they required, in order of the departments to share reserved instances, the organization must oversee each department's AWS account. In this, like which tool or service should the business utilize to fulfill these needs? Like for example, in the given options, we'll generally go for AWS organizations, because like you can create and manage organization units, group accounts, departments likewise. So this we will choose for this one. Just roughly go through the description, like go to the question once and remember, like just this scenario type games we need to answer this like this, just like that. Prepare. This is the easiest way as per my understanding. And like next, coming to next question, which part of global architecture of AWS consists of one or more separate data centers which redundant with redundant connectivity, networking, and power? The option is availability zones, because the availability zone is a single data center or a group of data centers within a region. Coming to next question, which tasks fall under the preview of an organization utilizing AWS Lambda? Here he asked to choose two, so we will get the checkbox type of options. In that we will choose two. The correct option for this is like security inside of code and writing and updating of code. Just remember, if you come across this type of questions, or he may ask trickily, sometimes he may ask easily, just remember and go through this ones. And this is a easy question, like which AWS capabilities or services offer Amazon EC2 instances disaster recovery options? Like generally, while we go for disaster recovery, the first one we choose blindly is Amazon Machine Images and Amazon Elastic Block Store snapshots. Okay. And coming to next question, like instead of maintaining its infrastructure on site, a corporation is moving to AWS cloud. So if a corporation is moving to AWS cloud, which of the following describes migration benefits? Here also he asked to select two. Here from the given options, I have highlighted these two because increase global reach and agility and ability to deploy globally in minutes. These are the correct options. And why I'm telling these two are correct, I have explained with enough explanations here. Just go through it. um, just pause my video and go through it. And coming to next question, like an application running on Amazon EC2 and Amazon RDS is being compared by a user, so the program cannot withstand any disruptions. Although there are occasional seasonal increases in usage that only last for a few weeks at a time, the application sees consistent utilization. There is no way to change the application. Which buying option most economically satisfies this requirement? So in this situation, like which buying option most economically satisfies means, generally in this scenario, this type of scenario occurs, we will go for a reserved instances, uh, like because like amount of usage throughout the year and allow seasonal usage at a runtime on demand rate. So generally we will go for this type of things. Coming to next one, this is quite easy. Like a business want to examine its monthly expenses for a previous 12 months of using Amazon RDS and EC2. Like for example, if their business wants to examine their monthly expenses, which AWS tool or service we will use? We'll use just we'll go to the billing dashboard and we'll see the cost explorer. Like because cost explorer gives you the ability to visualize, understand, and manage your AWS spending things. Coming to next question, like a business want to move a vital application to AWS. The runtime of application is brief and changes in data or the condition of the system trigger the application. The business requires a compute solution that minimizes application running costs while optimizing operational efficiency. Which AWS option is best for the business to meet these needs? Generally, in this type of things, we'll choose blindly AWS Lambda. Why? Because like Lambda is a serverless compute service that we everyone knows that. So AWS Lambda service is a compute service that allows you to run code without any servers. It's like a headless function. We will call it as Lambda function. So it automatically scales and manages the infrastructure required while running the code. So if the question may come in another way also, like just understand the question and just remember this type of question have the answer is lambda, because AWS lambda is a serverless compute service. Coming to next question, which AWS feature or service enables programmatic connection and deployment of AWS services? This for this the answer is like AWS Software Development Kit (SDKs). Why? Because like AWS Software Development Kit provides developers with the necessary tools and libraries to interact with AWS services programmatically, and like SDKs are available for programming languages also, like Python, Java, etc. And they offer a helper functions and simply the integration and interaction with the AWS services. Coming to the next question, it's quite easy. Like a business intends to use AWS as Amazon S3. So to build a data lake, which component will impact costs on the most? Like for this the selection of storage types, because Amazon S3 offers different storage types for varying costs based on the factors like access, frequency, durability, and storage requirements. So for this, choosing a right tier for your data based on access partner significantly impact the overall cost. And coming to next question, an e-commerce application that needs to be accessible at all times is being launched by a corporation, for example like Flipkart, Amazon, etc. Okay, for the upcoming 12 months the application will be continually operated on AWS EC2 instances only. So which option for acquiring instances that satisfies the condition is the most economical? For this, the option is like savings plans, because AWS EC2 saving plan enable to reduce your compute cost by committing consistent amount of compute usage of 1 year or 3 year terms. Like this results is in saving of 72% to our demand instant costs, etc. So the option is best option is saving plans only. um, if you have any doubt, just read again the question and try to understand. And coming to next question, like which AWS service or functionality uh, can a corporation utilize to determine which business unit is using specific AWS resources? For this, the direct answer is like cost allocation tags. Why? Because like cost allocation tags are a mechanism provided by AWS to assign metadata to resources for cost tracking, etc. For cost tracking and all those things, we will use this cost allocation tags. Coming to next question, like a business want to move its workloads to AWS, means a business want to migrate to AWS, but it's not familiar with AWS cloud computing. So which feature or service will support the business during migration? For this, we will go for AWS consulting partners, because AWS consulting partners are professional services firms that help companies for all size of design, architect, buildings, doubts, queries, etc. And they have experience and expertise to guide companies through migration process and to ensure a successful transaction to AWS cloud. So we will prefer the AWS consulting partners. And coming to next question, like to certainly request and monitor service limiting features, which AWS service or business, which AWS tool the business use? For this, we will use service quotas, because service quotas is an AWS service that allows users to view, manage, and increase the limits of various services. Just highlight or note down this type of points, because this will be very much useful, because in another way also the question may come for you. So just understand like what this thing will do uh, by reading my explanation and all those things. And coming to next question, what kind of documentation is offered by AWS Artifact? The main artifact AWS Artifact offers AWS ISO certification type of things like AWS Artifact provides access to various compliance-related documents, including AWS ISO certifications. Mm, like that. Coming to next question, which task which task requires an AWS account to user credentials? For this, like changing the AWS support plan, you can use the AWS support plan console to change your support plan for your AWS account. Just note down this point also. This also may come as a direct question for you. It will be useful for you future. And coming to next question, like a business must handle hundreds of requests from several users at a once. Which AWS service combination should the business employ to provide a solution that is operationally effective? Um, for this, generally we'll go for AWS SQS, means simple queue service only, and AWS Lambda because data pipeline is not relevant for this question. The option, and it moves data between AWS and compute. So the question he directly asked, like must handle hundreds of requests servers at a one, we will go for this simple queuing service. Coming to the next question, what does a VPC means? Virtual private cloud. What does a VPC reach within a AWS network? A VPC, the answer is like a VPC can span all availability zones within a AWS region. Means like a VPC is a logically isolated piece of AWS cloud dedicated to your company. This means you can run applications on only provisioned, highly available, and redundant infrastructure setup, and is managed by AWS. All complexity of setting up data center cables, etc., are managed by the AWS. Coming to next question, like what are the elements of a site-to-site VPN connection on AWS? In this, he asked to choose two. So the best options from this is like a virtual private gateway and a customer gateway. Like a virtual private as an attached virtual private gateway, and your on-premises network includes a customer gateway device. Coming to the next question, it's is it necessary for a business to connect to two virtual private clouds? Like two distant AWS regions contain the VPCs. For this connection, the business wishes to make advantage of the VPC's current infrastructure. What feature or service AWS can use to create this connection? Means, like for example, if a company wants to connect two distant AWS regions or two VPCs, the direct option is through VPC peering, because VPC peering allows you to connect to two VPCs within the same AWS account or different AWS accounts, even if they are in different AWS regions. Just guys, note down this point also. This may come as a direct question for you in future. Like this concept also very important. Please note down this point also. And coming to next question, what obligations does a customer have while utilizing Amazon RDS to host a database in accordance with the AWS shared responsibility model? For this, the answer is manage connections to the database. For example, this is the explanation, because a customer has to manage all the connections to database for encrypting something like that. What are the benefits of hosting apps in AWS cloud rather than on-site with AWS? The question is like, what is the benefit of using AWS cloud? because so many clouds or on-premises things will be there, right? Then what's the benefit of using this? The correct answer is like easy to integrate with AWS, Amazon VPC, CloudTrail, all these things. So, next question is like the user must find out if the security groups on an Amazon EC2 instance have been changed in the past month. For example, user wants to know any changes happen to the security groups in the past 1 month, like that. For this, we will go for Amazon Cloud Trail to see the security group are changed or not. Guys, this is a direct question. Just note down this point. It may ask you in another way also. For example, AWS Cloud Trade provides a history of events for an AWS account, including API calls made to EC2 and changes made to security groups. Just note down this point. This is an important topic. And coming to next question, which AWS service will assist in defending AWS based applications against DDoS attacks? This is a direct question. Whenever you find DDoS effects, just go through Amazon Shield as an option, because you can use AWS WAF, Amazon Shield or Firewall Manager together to create a comprehensive security solution. Just remember this point also. Coming to next question. For Amazon EC2 instances, which AWS service or a capability serves as a firewall? For this is like a direct question, which AWS service or a capability serves as a firewall. For this, the security group is the answer. Like security group, as it is the firewall for Amazon instances, whereas uh, the Amazon NACL works at the VPC level, and AWS WAF web application firewall works as the application layer. Just remember this point also. And coming to next question, like what are the differences between a standard on-premises storage pricing model and uh, the AWS cloud pricing model? The main difference comes with the cost commitments. Like there are no upfront cost commitments here for this. So the explanation is like in the AWS cloud pricing model, customers only pay for the resources they use without any upfront cost commitments, which is different from the traditional on-premises model that typically requires a large investment in hardware infrastructure and software licenses. Simple is like pay whatever we are using, we need to pay for that, instead of bothering about the hardware infrastructure licenses, etc. Okay, just remember this type of question also they may ask. And coming to next question, like one Amazon EC2 instance is owned by a business. This business intends to use an architecture that is highly available. Like how can this business fill this requirement? For example, to use architecture. So for this we'll use scale horizontally across multiple availability zones, because like scaling horizontally across multiple availability zones allows for fault tolerance and redundancy things by developing the easy to instance in multiple availability zones. Just go through explanation also. Coming to next question. The on-premises application deployment cycle for a corporation lasted uh, 3 to 4 weeks. So the business may launch the application in 2 or 3 days after moving to AWS cloud. What advantages did the business gain from switching to AWS cloud? The main advantage is agility, because uh, increasing speed in a cloud computing environment happens here. Coming to next question. AWS Enterprise support includes which of the following? This is a direct question, like AWS Technical Account Manager and support of third party software integrations to AWS. Coming to next question, AWS organizations is used by a multinational media company to handle several AWS accounts. Like which AWS product or service may the business use to restrict member accounts AWS to access the AWS services? For this, we will go for service control policies, because AWS organizations you can centrally control permissions for the accounts in your organization by using service control policies only. Also, just note down this point also. This will be useful for you. Coming to next question. A business wishes to restrict the range of a predefined AWS resources that its workers can access, which AWS product bought to be utilized by the business to fulfill this need. For this, we will use AWS Service Catalog, because AWS Service Catalog can create, organize, grow and catalog of AWS resources that is shared at so quickly. Just remember this point also before attempting the exam. And coming to next question, an online business was having trouble launching new services and products due to an on-premises burden. So there was an on-premises burden for this business, so they are unable to launch new services, and these businesses may swiftly introduce new features and products, extend its infrastructure as needed after moving to workload to AWS. So which value of proposition AWS cloud is described by this scenario? This is like business agility, means the increased speed and agility in a cloud computing environment. No IT resources are only a click away, which means that you reduce time to make those resources available developers just minutes. Which of the following describes the AWS cloud benefits? The following describes the AWS cloud's benefits. Choose to the ability to quickly change file capacity, highly economies of scale. Just remember this point also. Now coming to next one, it's quite easy. By aggregating use of over hundreds of thousands of customers, AWS can achieve reduced pay-as-you-go pricing. Like if AWS can achieve reduced pay-as-you-go on pricing, it's like high economies of scale due to, like, because due to massive economies of scale by using cloud computing, you can achieve lower variable cost you get to own. Coming to next question, a database server is a corporation is always in a corporation. So needs to instances are used by the business to host the server, which workload can accommodated by instance sizes. The task is expected to last for a year. Which option for buying easy to instant will most economically satisfy these requirements? Just understand the question. In the question is asking like what is the best option for buying easy to instant, which will be economically satisfy the above requirements. So for this we will go for directly as a standard reserved instances only. And coming to next question, like a business is creating a mobile application that requires a new SQL database with a good performance. So for example, if a business creating mobile app and requires a NoSQL database, and also we need a good performance, then we'll go for Amazon document DB because it supports MongoDB compatibility, and also DynamoDB also we can use. Both are like a NoSQL databases in AWS services. So you can remember this also while attempting the exam. And coming back to next question, like according to AWS shared responsibility model, which tasks fall under AWS purview? For example, upgrade the firmware of the network infrastructure, maintain the physical security of the edge locations. These will be the best options. Why this I mentioned here in the explanation. Just quickly go through it. I will pause here. Meanwhile, coming back to next question, like which of the following describes network AACL's characteristics as they apply to the AWS cloud? So here they given the options to choose the things. The correct answers are like stateless, and they process rules in order starting with the lowest number rule while deciding whether to allow traffic. The explanation also I have added here. Just go through it. I'm pausing. I'm going to next question. Like an organization has planned its AWS cloud architecture to efficiently manage its workloads. Additionally, the business has processes in place to keep improving its supporting operations. Which of the AWS architecture framework pillars does this situation illustrate? So for this we will choose the operational excellence, because operational excellence is a pillar that gives support to development things, supporting operations, etc. Just go through the quick explanation also here. I'm pausing. Okay, coming to next question. Which AWS feature or a service enables the establishment of a private connection between AWS cloud workload and a on-premises? Mm, for this, like you can remember this, like from a private connection between AWS cloud workload and on-premises workload, we will go for AWS Direct Connect, because AWS Direct Connect is an option, as a direct connect is dedicated connection between premises network and AWS infrastructure. Coming to next question. AWS billing and usage over the time must be graphically represented by a business. The business also needs to know how much AWS costs each much, which AWS billing cost management application provide a graphical representation of its data. For this we'll go for the cost explorer, because um, cost usage and cost explorer reports are same for purpose. The cost explorer gives graphical representation. That's why I have chosen the highlighted the option B. Just go through it again. Yeah, coming to next question. A business wishes to use AWS to handle production workloads. So whenever we go this type of question, production workload or support things, we'll go for AWS enterprise support. Just blindly note this point also. Okay, coming to next question. Which architectural design approach best captures the necessity of separating dependent components in AWS cloud in order to isolate failures? For this, we'll go for loosely coupled components. Full components means each component in the system operates independently of others. Coming to next question, which managed database service offered by AWS? Generally, in here many databases will be there. The most from best ones from the options is like Amazon RDBS and Amazon DynamoDB. Okay, coming to next question. For a number of AWS services for an application, a business is utilizing AWS free tier. What happens if the program use so suppress the free tier limits or if the free tier period ends? For example, if a company using free tier only, what happens if the free tier limit exceeds? This is the question. The option is like the company will be charged standard pay as you go service rates for the usage that exceeds the free tier. Guys, this is a common sense, like general question. You can read this by understand that this is general question. It's not a tricky one. Coming to next question. An Amazon RDS instance was just set up in a company's VPC, and a stateful firewall must be put in the place by the business in order to restrict the access to private corporate network. Which functionality or service AWS should the business utilize to restrict network traffic going straight to RDS instance? For example, to restrict traffic, generally we will go for security only. So the correct option is like security groups, and why I have mentioned in the explanation, just go through it. I'm pausing my video here. Coming to next question, which AWS service help identify, track, and safeguard sensitive data stored in Amazon S3 bucket while using machine learning? Guys, this is an important question. Just remember this. The answer is Amazon Mackie, because Amazon Mackie is a data security and data privacy service that uses machine learning, pattern matching things. Just remember this one also. Coming to next question, an organization seeks to enhance the overall performance ability of its AWS hosted apps. For this, we'll go for uh, AWS Global Accelerator, because AWS Global Accelerator improves the overall performance and ability. Just read this. I'm waiting here. Yeah, coming to next question. Which AWS product or service determines if an IAM role or a Amazon S3 bucket has been shared with an outside party? For this, for example, if a service, an IAM role or Amazon S3 bucket has been shared, if anything has been shared by a third party, it will be uh, like you while you have it will be identified by AWS IAM Access Analyzer. Just quickly go through the explanation also. Coming to next question. A business doesn't want to use complex forecasting out figure out how much computing power it will need. Rather than the business wants to only pay for the resources, means it want to pay whatever it is using. Um, Guys, for example, this type of things, it's a direct answer like business wants to pay for the resource actually uses. So while asks which pillar is best, it is asking cost optimization, because all these are not related to the above question. Directly we'll choose the cost from this option. Going to next question. A business needs to the system to automatically recover from failures when it launches its workload on AWS. So which AWS well architecture framework pillar consists the prerequisite? For this, we will go for reliability, because reliability is an AWS well architecture framework that refers to ability of a system to recover from infrastructure or service disruptions. So it's like a direct question for us. Just note down this point also, it may be helpful for you in future. Coming to next question. It is necessary for a big business with numerous VPCs to spread across multiple AWS regions to link and centrally manage network connectivity between them. Which AWS feature is service satisfies the same criteria? For this, will the best option is AWS Transit Gateway, because Transit Gateway is in the scope before the probably removed from curriculum. Okay, so coming to next question. Which AWS service allows data from AWS cost and usage reports to be used to create visual reports? For creating visual reports, we will use Amazon QuickSight, because Amazon QuickSight is a intelligence tool, like a BI tool. So just guys, note down this point. It will be very useful for you. Like Amazon QuickSight is a intelligence service that allows users to create interactive visualizations or reports or dashboards from various data sources, including AWS services. This is a direct question for us. Just note down this point. I'm pausing my video here. Coming to next question. Which AWS service is best for keeping an eye on the CPU and the network usage of Amazon EC2 instances? For example, it's like keeping an eye means monitoring. You need to note down this point. Keeping an eye means monitoring. So generally for monitoring AWS services, what we will use AWS CloudWatch. This is an inbuilt feature for monitoring things like matrices, CPU health checks, everything we can monitor using AWS CloudWatch. So I have clearly given the explanation also, just go through it. Alarms, everything we can monitor using this CloudWatch. Just go through this. I'm pausing my video here for a minute. Yeah, guys, with this, like today's tutorial, I am ending, and I will come back with again another tutorial. So I will bring few more topics or few more question wise things to discuss further. These are very important. I request all of you people to go through these before attempting your exam, because these helped me very to clear my exam very easily. Like while going through the AWS documentation type of things, I have noted these type of points which may come in future in exam like that. So like I request you to pause my video in every way, every single question, and just read my question, so that you will get a clear understanding or an idea on these topic things. uh, I'll come up tomorrow again back with a new another video Surely I will try to cover few more things in that. Um, just I'm planning to do in future AWS and Azure also. Just please requesting you to please subscribe to my channel and like the video. It will be a like little encouragement for me. um, that's all up to guys. Thank you. And just again I'm coming from question 1. Just I'm scrolling down one by one little so that it will be easy if anyone needs to take a screenshot or things. If you guys need it, take a screenshot of every question. I will display 1 minute. If possible, I will try to share this document also. I will post somewhere in the internet and I will share you the link. But in future I will do that. But surely I will do that. But as of now, please take a screenshot or read like this, pausing my screen. Just I'm going question by question again. It will be a revision for you guys. Just quickly read that doc explanation also needed. Just I'm going question by question. Next time, the next video, I will try to do question like the quick explanation there only instead of giving options. It's like a topic and what will be the probable solution, like that a scenario and a solution, like that I'm planning to do. Let's see. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial or this lecture. If you have any doubts, just mention in the comment section. Don't forget to ask. Or if you need more questions also, I will quickly do and provide you as soon as possible within the next 2 or 3 days. It will be very useful if you are really planning for an exam. Okay, I hope you are noting down the answers which I have told you, like quick points to note down. I hope you have noted down the important things as I mentioned earlier. Sorry. Just quickly read the things. I'm going fast. I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe for my future things, future videos. Okay, let's just take a screenshot or pause it and read these things quickly. Try to zoom it if possible, or it won't be good. Like this only it's good. If you have any doubts, please don't forget to ask them in the comments section. I'm very quick. I will reply quickly. So guys, just note down these points. This is a direct question. Just note down this point and read the explanation. Note down this also, or take a pic or pause it here. Okay guys, I thought you guys have enjoyed here. I thought you guys have enjoyed this video. and it have gained some confidence within you and lot of things you have learned. I'm thinking I will be back with a new video tutorial again tomorrow. Just note down these points. That's all for today, guys. All for today, guys. Be back again tomorrow. Till then, just recall the things which you have learned today, and I will be back again tomorrow with a new set of questions which will help you again while clearing the exam by giving you confidence and more knowledge. Thank you. Till then, bye bye.